This week, your task is to revise everything that we have completed in Google Classroom. I have given you a revision checklist that I need turned back to me April 24th. Please fill it in with your student name, challenge, and class period. I've given you the directions to make sure to go back into Google Classroom and make final drafts of all of the assignments we've completed thus far. I've made a couple notes. Please make sure to delete all assignment directions, which means the directions that say like what you should do on the Google Doc. We do not need those in your final drafts, so please make sure to remove them. Also make changes in the Google Doc according to my comments highlighted on the right. Please click the Resolve button once you have completed and fixed them. Our task is to make everything into final drafts as we get to the end of this project. As you go through each document, please initial and check that you have completed a final draft of each of these components of the Einstein Junior. Then show your parent or guardian for them to initial and sign at the bottom that your documents have been finalized and that they are ready as a final version. We are requesting that you do not resubmit your final copies in Google Classroom, because once you submit it again, you won't be able to make any other changes to it. Because you've already turned it in to me once, I've already given you credit for it, so there's no need to actually resubmit and turn it in again. Just fix the copies and it will update every 2 seconds in the Google Drive. You'll see that I'm asking you to go through each piece, so please go back through your design research. This is where you use Science Scholar and other scholarly resources to research the background behind your challenge. Please double check it's in MLA format and you've used 12-size font. Do your best to fit it on to 2 paragraphs. Once you have fixed your design research and it is done in a final draft, please sign and show your parents to sign here. Then go back to your build procedures. I've given you teacher comments on the right-hand side. Please fix any issues of comments I've left for you. Make sure your grammar and spelling is correct, and please increase the font size to 16. This will help in making our display boards. If possible, try to get it on 1 page. Once you have fixed and finalized your build procedure, please sign and have your parent sign or initial on the line. After you've looked at your build procedures, go back into your final draft of your test procedures. Look at my comments. Make sure you fix any issues, and also make sure that you add the part about your final design. We have the procedures for the prototype, but it needs to be added on how you did the final design. Double check that your grammar is correct and that you have your test procedures on 1 page. Initial on both from you and your parent once you have made a final draft of your test procedures. Don't forget to add the extra steps about the final design. Okay, lastly, go back into your data table that you've turned in. Look at the comments I've given you. Please make sure you've added 2 pictures into the data table, 1 picture of the prototype and 1 picture of your final design. If the picture will not upload or it makes the graph or data table weird, then you can also use Google Drawing to sketch the prototype in there. Try expanding the column to make it larger so that the picture will fit. Also, triple check that you've filled in the description of change below the data table so that all the information tells me how the prototype is different than the final design. Once you have made sure your data table is complete with units, labels, pictures, and a description of change, please make sure to initial from you and your parent. I also want to make sure that all students have completely changed their prototype in some way. We talked about this in class as far as the ways of redesigning or re-engineering our prototype. I just want to confirm that you've changed your prototype and you now have some sort of a final design. I also want to confirm that you have some sort of a photo of your design that we'll use later for the display board. Please checkmark and initial when you have completed that from you and your parent. Again, our goal this week is to kind of go back, revisit our things, revise, so we're ready to move on to the last 3 parts of this project. Feel free to come for help during advisory or after school, and please do not wait until the last minute. I'm here to help you and look forward to seeing your revisions.